The Husqvarna Viking Onyx 25 sewing machine comes with a zipper foot. Now people do ask me often, like, how do I use this? Because it looks ginormous. It also has two places to attach to the foot. So how do you know if you're supposed to be on the right side or the left side, or do you even have to move your needle position? I'm going to show you all of that. Now we have been working through all the tutorials. Just recently I just finished the tutorial on how to do a blind hem with the blind hem foot and using the built-in little sewing advisor right here that's tucked into the front of the machine. We were just doing also the overcast stitch and which foot that came with this machine once again for the proper perfect stitch. It's so fun to learn these. And there's a link in the description below for the complete playlist where you can jump back to the beginning and watch these videos in order so you don't miss a thing. So first off, let's just go ahead and put everything back to a straight stitch. So if you're unsure what stitch you're using or what fabric you're using, let's just make sure that your tension is back to normal in between 3, 4, and 5. Mine stays on 4 most of the time. The needle position needs to be returned back to the 0 or center needle position. Since we're using a straight stitch, we're not really calling this width, but we are calling it needle position because it adjusts the needle from center to left. And let's go ahead and get back to a straight stitch, the very first one, and a stitch length of 2.5 is where I like to start. The foot, as we see it, has, like I said, a right and a left side that we can attach it on. So let's take a look at how we would normally start to apply a zipper to fabric. A lot of your patterns these days, like for a bag pattern, they include zippers. And I know some of you kind of shy away from putting zippers in, but I guarantee once I show you how easy this is, you'll be like, why did I? It's just a straight stitch, and then you flip it, and then you do another straight stitch. It's not hard. And a bag is a perfect place to kind of start to experiment with zippers. I also, look how long that zipper is. You know, even when I'm using just maybe a 6-inch piece or a 10-inch piece, my zippers I tend to always have at my fingertips are much longer and allows me just to use the zipper right out of the middle. So I don't have to worry about getting too close to that zipper pull. Okay, so traditionally, usually you're guided to put your zipper right side down on your fabric. So I'm going to leave a little extending up here and a little extending down below. So the zipper teeth, the ridge in the middle, is what we want to sew beside. So with that, you can see that the foot is going to come in over here and kind of just follow the little railroad tracks. It's like a ridge, so that helps you go nice and straight. So that means that I'm going to be attaching this foot to start off with over here on the left side. So I'm going to just start by just sliding that in. Remember, push in. Don't try to push down on it at all. And then as I slide my fabric in, zipper right up to the edge. Maybe you've pinned it already. I'm just lowering it so the foot is right next to the teeth. Now, when you sew with your needle in the center needle position, you're actually pretty close to right where you need to be. If you want, you can move that needle a little closer just by going from 0 to 2 or 3, but don't go too much further. You'll be kind of on those teeth. So let's just go ahead and do the first pass. We'll kind of start right there and stitch all the way down. A lot of times this fabric has been interfaced, so it's nice and secure. Just sew right to the end, and then let's take a look. Then when you come out here, you are pressing your fabric so it's going to be just right next to the teeth. If you have done that, you will notice that you can just put it back in and top stitch that down. That's usually what your patterns are going to have you do. But you could also flip it around and sew from the other side and then just use the same position of your foot. So then, but the only thing is if this fabric was really big, that's going to not be very convenient. So you could, if it's small like this, I could just put that right back down and top stitch that in place. But if you have lots of fabric and you need to be stitching over here, let's take that foot off. See how this time the foot will nest itself up against those zipper coils from the opposite direction. So then we're going to just go ahead and attach it to the right side of the foot. Then when you do your top stitching, you are having less fabric in here. Your zipper is being what you follow. and you have the perfect straight stitch because you're just going right along those coils. And before you know it, side one of your zipper is done. Usually you then do the same thing on the other side and just move the foot from the right side to the left side or left side to the right side, depending on which way you need to stitch, and your zipper is inserted. So I hope next time you see a pattern with a zipper, you actually say yes and not and go for it, because this machine has the perfect foot for doing and inserting zippers into any fabric project.